You're listening to Karoo Radio.
Yeah, that was Ooth and featuring PJ Powers. It's quite simple. So what is your take on that one?
It was cool. Big Guns N' Roses energy.
Yeah, it started out a bit vocally a little bit odd for me, and then it just built. So
that was cool.
It eventually built up quite
nice variation between the vocalists too. I think.
Yeah,
you could tell there was
there's good energy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
dig the riffs.
It's interesting to have Jason on guitar and on vocals as opposed to being behind the drums. Yeah. So that's a different one as well. So yeah, it's definitely one to keep in your memory bank. And go and check out Ooth's music. And of course, as I say, they were Salmon nominated, and of course they are making headlines in places like Australia and New Zealand on their charts. That side. As far as our charts are concerned, I have not picked up that they're there, but I'm sure they are somewhere.
Probably.
So yeah, so tell us a bit more about you. So Roscoe, this is a feature a bit more about you, and you're a local boykie.
Yeah.
And have you been in PE from the beginning, or?
I've been in the PE, the GQ, born and raised here. Back and forth between the UK as a youngster, but still here.
And tell us what okay, besides your new single, which you're going to tell us about just now, what are you up to in like normal day to day?
Just
in
life.
Port Elizabeth?
Well, I mean, I teach guitar and music at a music conservatoire, and then privately I work as a studio technician and sound engineer at Innovative Sound, and then privately at my home studio, FiveSided Records, and otherwise, just hanging out.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. So if anybody wants to learn guitar or wants to find out about recording a single or something like that, they can talk to you.
Hit me up, yeah.
Yeah. So what's going to be nice is that we're going to play a song of yours just now, and that'll showcase your talent of putting something together as a producer and everything as well.
Yeah, independently produced, yeah.
So a silly question maybe, but obviously I haven't been in PE for ever, but I mean, you generally get to know the musicians, and you've bumped into people at different venues and so on, but I haven't bumped into you.
Which venues have you been going to?
Well,
and when?
mostly the Music Kitchen, and then the odd, places.
I mean, Music Kitchen, we performed at a while back before all the COVID stuff happened.
Yeah.
That we performed there as Undead Generation, my other punk/ska kind of band.
Okay.
And I think I've performed there with my other band, Coastal Clones. I'm not sure. I might have.
Too many bands,
I've performed there solo too, like just acoustic kind of unplugged folk kind of vibes. But obviously, I've been taking it easy on the gigs and stuff with the COVID thing going on. I didn't want to spread or contract it myself or anything. But now that vaccines are rolling out, hopefully you'll see me there sometime soon with my microchip,
Yeah, with your microchip. So have you actually gone to check if it's a microchip?
I mean, I hope it has outputs, maybe like an aux or something.
So interestingly, though, Roscoe, if you do gig, where do you generally find yourself then?
I mean, in PE, when we were still very, very active before the stuff happened, we were mostly performing at Pool City Warmer, which is now Pool City Lorraine.
You see, this is why I didn't.
It was a very different scene. Also, I think Pool City Warmer is a lot more like metal and stuff, but then they also did punk rock shows. If a punk band or a hardcore band or something toured, they would go to Pool City Warmer normally. Okay. Otherwise, they would go to Music Kitchen now and then. But Music Kitchen, as far as I understand, it was more folk oriented and laid back kind of vibes. Now and then they would do rock and indie and stuff like that. But I think the more alternative and harder stuff, they would kind of go to Pool City Warmer. So we were frequenting there a lot. Otherwise, random dive bars. We toured to Grahamstown quite a lot and played Triple S Slipstream, the Arts Festival. We would tour the coast and do any bar or establishment club we could find along the way, nice and Cape Town, wherever.
Pay for the petrol.
Yeah.
So tell me, Pool City Lorraine, is it similar vibe to what was
basically
in Warmer, or what happened there?
It's a very similar vibe because they took all the same, like, what do you call it, memorabilia, what's it called, the ornaments, like the saxophone in the frame.
They just move it across.
They just kind of clap it on the wall, and it's the same fridges, same lighting, so it's very similar vibe.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's a little bit different is obviously like the layout, the actual architecture, the ceiling's like really, really tall. And I like it. I think it's cool, and I can't wait to be gigging there in the near future. So I'm quite excited to be there.
And so you're gonna let Jonathan know, and you put it on Bounce
No,
Promotions.
I'll let him know. John will know.
So I got to hear about you from Jonathan, and thanks, Jonathan,
Awesome
for putting us in touch.
Thanks, Jono.
So he's a great guy, and of course, it's because of guys like him that we get to know about guys like you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, and we try to encourage everybody to go and put themselves on Bounce Promotions if they're an artist and if you're a venue.
And he's a pretty good musician himself too.
Oh, he's a hot musician. He plays good stuff. You know? And we've also got him on our playlist somewhere.
Yeah.
And but definitely thanks to him for that. And so now you're busy with a new project.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about FiveSidedDice, that project.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not new. I do have the new single from it. This project's been going on since about maybe 2009, 10 or so. I mean, like.
Oh wow! As long as that.
I wasn't really recording and releasing things back then. I was still kind of learning the ropes, and I don't want those recordings to ever see the light of day. The ones that I did make back then, they're terrible. They're like embarrassingly bad.
Sure.
So it's been a long journey, obviously, and I'm just kind of getting more and more confident with releasing the stuff that I do end up writing, recording, and then further producing and actually putting out there. But yeah, this single, Ride With Me, is actually off of a upcoming EP called Confession Tapes 2.
Okay.
So I have, I think, 5 tracks on it. Yeah.
So is this the first single, or how many singles have you released for this?
For this
album?
specific EP, it's this is the only single I'll be using as a promotional single. The rest of the stuff's going to be on the EP, and people are going to have to go check it out when it's out.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
On all platforms, it will be.
Yeah. So, and of course, you say this is number 2. Where's number 1?
Number 1's already out. You can find that one on all platforms also. Confession Tapes by FiveSidedDice. You can find it on Spotify, Deezer, Bandcamp, whatever you want.
So it shows you how shallow we are. We don't even know about it.
No, I think that was my marketing fall. That was like
Did you do your own marketing?
My poor marketing. Yeah, if you want to help me marketing, please hit me up also.
Sounds like you need the help. Man.
Yeah, jeez, man.
So, but have you registered yourself as a musician on Jono's Bounce Promotions?
I am on there, I think, and so is my band. But like I said, we've been very quiet with live performances, so that would explain that.
So FiveSided Dice is a pretty interesting name. Where did that come from?
I get asked this at most interviews, and I always have to bring up my friend's name, and he's always like, he's going to say my name. He's going to say it was my friend Marco Pretorius.
Okay.
We were about maybe 10, 11 years old, and we were just, blomming in class, causing nonsense, and he was like, what would be a cool name for a band, bro? FiveSidedDice. I was like, dope, bro,
Because it's a bit of a mind throw,
And we thought about it. We're like, it means like you do a lot of different genres, and like, it's weird. And what is a FiveSidedDice? Just kind of stuck to it. It just kind of stuck, and then I kind of took it as my solo project name.
Oh, no, that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
And so is it a solo project, or do you actually have a band?
It is a solo project, but I do feature other artists, and the songs that I write as FiveSidedDice and release as FiveSidedDice do eventually get performed by one of my bands, mostly Undead Generation. We've performed a lot of music that I've written, and we kind of rewrite it. So every musician in the band gets to rewrite the part. So I wrote the drum part and the piano and the guitar. I give them the sheet music or the tabs or whatever they want, and then they just take it and do what they want with it. They can change it as much as they want. It's theirs now.
It becomes a different vibe and a different sound.
It becomes a new song, essentially. There's a lot of songs that you can hear 2 versions of.
Okay.
The FiveSidedDice version and the Undead Generation version.
Okay. So it depends on what appeals to the public.
Yeah, they can check it out and decide for themselves then.
So I think it's a good time to now play this song, Ride With Me. And is there a story behind the song?
The song is
do we even talk about the story behind the song?
You can talk about it briefly. I mean, it's about basically self-improvement, reinventing oneself, coming to terms with, your good and bad parts, your flaws and your good traits, and trying to just build yourself up as a person, help those around you while you're going on it.
Oh, fantastic.
Ride with me, come with me on the journey kind of thing,
Okay. So, let's take a listen. I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed as well. It sounds like this.
I'm keeping a breath inside my lungs in case I need to scream out. A cry for help, a simple agony, I'm thinking out loud. If you're listening, suppose I got a sound profound. The weight of just background music for my dead beat. hometown. Seeing the bar like folks don't pay attention. Too busy with the hookups and the sport on the television. I guess we're out here just talking to ourselves. Skin so deep, bros, we all need some help. Nobody here is some problems to God. Drowning out the crowd with the nicotine and the shots. I'm feeling empty yet the more I fill my body with lies. It's time to let that get you open up your bloodshot eyes. Change your environment, you'll change yourself. Change yourself in your environment, you'll change your mental health. I know it's not as black and white as that, but I'll cling on to the hope that we can take ourselves back again. I wish you'd carry me gently far away from my pain. I want some therapy. Enemy don't wanna be the same. It's sad. Honestly, my world keeps turning, even though I wish it would burn down. Get up, come and take a ride with me. I got a lot of things I wanna show you. Turn on the volume on the radio. Turn it up, get up, come on, don't you try to fight with me. It's the only way that I can get to know you. And you package up the car, we don't let it go. Let it go down. Let it go down. Feeling like a bag of bones in empty coliseum. My tired liar eyes are hypnotized by people's lives seeming grim. Repetition, time and space continuum. Time loop stuck in a cycle like a sim. Honestly, I just wanna pick apart my brain and let my therapist tell me how to start over again. Through the pain that I've dealt, the hurt that I've caused, I'm paying my debt. Heart full of grief, a hurtful regret. Sick of being this person, man, I wish it would stop. Right, just to bail myself on the hands of the clock. Just to hold time, making sure that I never drop. Another person from the heights of my ego's top floor. The end of the cycle is something to die for, and the pain that I just shot is to take my own life for. I don't wanna live with all the people I can be. I don't wanna be this, man, I don't wanna be me anymore. I wish you'd carry me gently far away from my pain. I want some therapy. Enemy don't wanna be the same. It's sad. Honestly, my world keeps turning, even though I wish it would burn down. Get up, come and take a ride with me. I got a lot of things I wanna show you. Turn up the volume on the radio. Turn it up, get up, come on, don't you try to fight with me. It's the only way that I can get to know you. Hold your baggage up the car, we don't let it go. Let it go down. Let it go down. Let it go down. Let it go down. Honestly, my world keeps turning, even though I wish it would burn. Get up, come and take a ride with me. I got a lot of things I wanna show you. Turn up the volume on the radio. Turn it up, get up, come on, don't you try to fight with me. It's the only way that I can get to know you. All your baggage on the car, we don't let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah, and that's Ride With Me from FiveSidedDice. And of course, of Roscoe in the studio talking to us about it.
I'm
and,
still here.
You're still here. So, Roscoe, that's actually pretty cool. I actually enjoy the way it phases through different parts. It evolves. The song evolves, multi-genre. Yeah. So and that's pretty cool because it keeps you interested and you keep wanting to hear.
That was the idea.
What's going on next? And what's going on next?
To cater to many different kinds of music lovers and also to cater to what I kind of just want to do in general. I like many different kinds of music, so I'm gonna probably end up creating many different kinds of music
But
within one song.
But it's pretty cool to just put it out there and do what you want to do.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And it's all better if it becomes successful.
I would love that, if my music could actually take me places, that would be very nice, eh?
Of course. So Roscoe, tell me, the other songs that you're putting on this EP, are they similar in vibe, or
So
just give us a little bit of
about
a hint.
about that. Ride With Me is probably the only track that has hip hop elements in the vocals. There are maybe a bit of drum elements that are more hip hop based in one or two of the tracks, but bit of a sneak peek. The first track is more like a kind of like a hard rock power ballad kind of vibe, and the second track is like a R&B soul piano kind of thing. So it's going to get interesting.
So it just takes you on this journey.
And then there's obviously Ride With Me, and there's another like soft pop rock kind of thing at the end. And what else is on there? What's the other one?
Trying to remember.
You caught me up, I'm like, wait, there's something missing. It's my brain.
But and of course, we pretty much looking forward to listening to the rest of it. And have you got a timeline or anything?
There is no release date yet. I'm looking at, it's probably going to be in the next month or two. There's a few things I just need to finalize and clear up with one or two folks. I might feature an artist too, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. Yes. And I obviously need to pre-release kind of thing. You have to set all that stuff up, all the uploads and all those things. So I'll let you know. It'll be posted on my social medias, my Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. TikTok,
So and if anybody was looking for you on the social medias, how do they find you on?
They can search FiveSidedDice, one word.
One word.
They will find me.
Will they find you on Instagram? All platforms.
All platforms. Just find me.
Oh, fantastic, man. So guys and ladies and gents, if you want to speak to Roscoe and you want to get hold of some of his music, that's the way to do it. Go to the different platforms, look up FiveSidedDice and or Roscoe himself, and we actually wish you endless luck, and we hope that this evolves and that people get to like it and buy
Thank
it.
you.
Even.
I wish the best things ever for this station. This is a really cool station. South African only. That's awesome. Really. I love it.
So yeah, and it's we created this for guys like you to be able to put your foot out there and say, listen, let's get going.
Nah, it's cool. I dig it. South African radio. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Karoo Radio.
Thanks, Roscoe, for being in the studio. Thanks for taking time out. I know you've been busy teaching
anytime,
and everything like that. So it's an honor to have you come in and take time out and spend it with us here in the studio.
Anytime.
And so we're going to say, travel safely home and stay warm. In the meantime, we're going to put on a little bit of Megan Smith, and she's a Pretoria lady, and she sounds like this.